People be talking about the recession, and we're already past that, baby. We're already about to feel the hyper fucking mother inflation. Do you understand? I went to the store to buy some things for the week for me to eat. I spent $25.56, and guess how many things I got? Greek yogurt, because I'm trying to eat healthy, right? God forbid, bitch, wanna build a body and be healthy. Grapes. I have some almond butter in my house, so I was just like, I'm gonna need some jelly. And then guess what? I was like, let me indulge in a fucking guilty pleasure this week, just because. So I literally got 4 things. 4. 3. 4. It takes me like $60 to fill up my gas tank every fucking week. Mind you, I'm a fucking delivery driver. So a lot of the money that I make, it's literally just so I can have my car running. Everybody was being so fucking stupid by believing that Trump putting the fucking tariffs was going to do anything. Anything. These fucking idiots couldn't understand what the fuck a tariff was. There we go, having the orangutan, yellow man, orange, whatever the fuck that color is. Being like, my favorite word is family, love, compassion, and tariffs. That's my favorite word, tariffs. I've been saying this, I'm thinking about moving to a different country. And you know what's the fucking crazy part? Is that I'm living paycheck to paycheck in my fucking house here, my home in the United States of America, that I've been here for 11 years, and now have to figure out how the fuck am I gonna save money to get out of the fucking country. And guess what I did? Yes. That's what we're doing. And I don't even know if I'm gonna make money doing that, because with the recession, I don't know how many people are gonna have dollar signs to indulge in their own guilty pleasures. So, I know that a lot of people are gonna be like, but what supermarket did you bought things at? It was not Whole Foods, okay? It was not Aldi, because we don't have that shit here. It was not Winco, because it takes me 25 minutes to drive there. So the nearest supermarket to me is a Fred Meyer's, which is the equivalent to a Stop and Shop or Kroger, whatever. Your normal, accessible supermarket is charging me $25 for 4 fucking things. What the fuck?
We will do our best to keep our prices as low as possible. But given the magnitude of the tariffs, even at the reduced levels announced this week, we aren't able to absorb all the pressure given the reality of narrow retail margins. We're positioned to manage the cost pressure from tariffs as well or better than anyone. But even at the reduced levels, the higher tariffs will result in higher prices.
Walmart says it will raise prices due to President Donald Trump's tariffs. The world's largest retailer says the president's global trade war is sending the company's costs higher. Walmart says the price hikes will begin later this month.
Walmart posted strong sales in the first quarter of the year and said it expects growth of between 3.5% and 4.5% in the second quarter, but profits fell, and the company insists it must raise prices due to the higher costs associated with the tariffs.
Did y'all hear about Walmart's earnings this morning? They only made $29.5 billion worth of profit for fiscal year 2025. And they're claiming that they're going to have to raise prices fast because of Trump's tariffs on China, even though they already raised them in April and May. They're only making 24% profit margin on $674 billion worth of revenue, up 5% for the year. But they just can't absorb these exorbitant tariffs that Trump has on China. I think they need to blow that smoke up somebody else's ass. Shit.
What's up, America? Walmart says they're raising prices because of tariffs. So the CEO of Walmart says that price hikes are starting at the end of the month because of tariffs. And they're doing that because they had a 4% increase in sales. So Walmart's profits have gone up, their sales have increased, and so they say that they're going to be raising prices because of tariffs. So my profits and sales go up. There's no actual evidence that tariffs are increasing prices. So Walmart says we have to increase prices in case because of tariffs. So they literally stated our bottom line increased 3 to 4%. Therefore, it means that we have to raise prices. So this is the way companies think. You have to understand, if profits go up, they don't lower prices, they just raise prices. Then if they go down, they stagnate the prices until profits go up again, and then they raise prices, never coming down. So Walmart's a piece of shit. It's time to put them out of business, and let's boycott Walmart totally. Fuck Walmart and fuck their goddamn low prices. They don't have to raise prices, but they are because their profits went up. I just want you to know that they're raising prices, saying it's tariffs, even though their sales are up 4%. Fuck Walmart.
We are not being hard enough on Walmart and Amazon. Our boycott of Target is working. Sales are down, foot traffic is down, and shareholders are mad. It's all because they underestimated their customer base and they pulled the plug on DEI, and we said no, absolutely not. We don't get to pull the plug on DEI and keep our money. But here's what we need to talk about now. We are not being hard enough on Walmart and on Amazon. We are being hard on Target, and it's absolutely working. Target absolutely deserves the heat, but let's not act like these two businesses, Walmart and Amazon, haven't been horrible to communities for many years. So this is just your friendly reminder to de-influence you to do any Walmart hauls or Amazon hauls. Walmart swoops in, moves in, and undercuts local shops and wipes out entire communities of businesses. A ton of lawsuits for unpaid wages, super unsafe work conditions, and retaliating against employees that were trying to unionize. They've been sued for discriminatory hiring practices across the country. They've been more silent about their DEI rollbacks, but they're absolutely doing it, and they're just hoping that no one would notice the way that they're noticing Target. Amazon themselves have a long history of unsafe working conditions, union busting, warehouse worker abuse like timed bathroom breaks, having to pee in bottles to meet quotas, plagiarize products from small businesses so that they can undercut them and put them out of business, which they do all the time. Amazon pays little to absolutely no taxes. Yeah, Target is imploding right now, and it is because of us, in a good way. If we are really serious about building a better system, a completely different consumer landscape, we have to be just as hard on Walmart and Amazon. They are machines profiting off of exploitation, and they have convinced us that we cannot live without them, and we all know that that is not true. What we can do is shop at stores that do support DEI. We can shop secondhand. We can trade with our neighbors, buy from farmers. We can buy from crafters, small brands, local brands. We can use co-ops and local delivery services, spending less, wasting less, and building real community. Guys, we are actually making change. This is the first time in a long time that we have created real change because we have the power. We have the almighty dollar. We don't have to give it to these terrible people anymore.
Walmart is tapping into a higher income consumer segment. And so what's happening, at least in part, is that you have kind of higher income demographics that are quote unquote trading down to Walmart, right? While the rest of the country stays with Walmart. And so, I think what you're going to start to see is a shift in market share. Anytime you have economic uncertainty, I think companies like Walmart win.
We have some big news right now. Target is now warning of significant price hikes coming in the coming days as a result of Donald Trump's tariffs and trade wars. Now, Target has also posted losses in 2024 after it ended its DEI program. A number of people stopped shopping at Target, including during the February 28th economic blackout, where Target's website traffic dropped substantially. But now Target, this big box retailer, is warning customers that because of these tariffs, because of the trade wars, they should expect price hikes to be coming in the next several days and weeks. Right now, there's a lot of economic uncertainty about what everything will cost as these tariffs are implemented. But if big box retailers are already warning their shoppers that price hikes are coming, then you should definitely heed their warning, whether Target, Walmart, or really any other big box retailer. I'll do a full breakdown of every consumer good that will be impacted because of these tariffs on my Substack. Go check it out. Link in bio. It's free to subscribe. As always, comment below your thoughts, spread the word, and follow along to stay up to date on all the news you need to know about.
Foot traffic declined for 11 straight weeks between January and April. But even beyond politics, experts say that some of the Target magic has been fading for a while. It hasn't been keeping up as quickly as competitors like Amazon with new trends and partnerships. Plus, it's had a lot of staffing and stock issues, and it started locking up its merchandise. All of this contributes to a negative shopping experience that pushes people away. It's been hard for Target to replicate its same results from the pandemic, but instead of engaging with customers more, some experts say it seems to be alienating them. So is this an identity crisis? And can it course correct? Visit cnbc.com to learn more. Let us know in the comments what you think. Will you be shopping at Target?
This is your daily reminder that boycotting does work and that corporate America knows it. Let's talk about Target, or Target as they used to call it. After a year of public backlash and organized protests, Target has now slashed the CEO's salary by 45%. That's nearly $10 million less in compensation. And mind you, this is the same guy that was cashing in when frontline workers were being underpaid, when communities were being left behind, and when stores were closing. And this is a prime example of what happens when people intentionally organize to stop participating in systems and institutions that was never created with us in mind. And now Target is feeling it at their bottom line. Now, this is bigger than just one company. This is a case study for what happens when we work together in solidarity with intentionality. We have the potential to shift the balance of power. We have to continue to keep the receipts, to name the harm, and to apply pressure when necessary. Because whether we're talking about racial injustice, LGBTQ rights, access to social services, or the exploitation of workers, boycotting is not just symbolic, it is strategic.
So no one is saying the quiet part out loud, and I haven't seen anybody say this out loud, so I'm going to say it out loud. Once these tariffs go in and we see these price increases, that's going to be our new normal. The prices are not going to come back down. I don't for the life of me seeing that if/when these tariffs go away, corporations are going to willingly lower the prices back because they're going to have a new baseline for what their record profits are. So if they increase the prices on goods that we're receiving today, they're not going to decrease just because tariffs are going away. And I feel like we've seen this with COVID. When prices go up, they don't come back down after the crisis, and things have not returned back to normal, at least for me. I'm noticing that the same items that I was buying about 5 years ago or have a % increases when I go to buy those same items. And another thing is I saw somewhere that phone companies are also putting tariffs on stuff. And for me, it makes sense if I'm buying a physical device, like a phone, an AirPod, or whatever the device is, to have to pay a tariff on it. But if these tariffs are going on voice lines, like voice calling, texting, that just kind of speaks to the greed. And that just kind of reaffirms my belief that once these tariffs go in, those are going to be our new normal prices. And I don't for the life of me see corporations raising the wages of everyday people to kind of account for these increases. So people are going to continue to struggle. And I'm kind of just we're just going to wait and see what happens.
This morning, Donald Trump's trade war strikes again. Walmart announced today it plans to raise prices in stores across America because of Donald Trump's tariffs. Here is what Walmart will say on its earnings call. Quote, given the magnitude of the tariffs, even at the reduced levels announced this week, we aren't able to absorb all the pressure given the reality of narrow retail margins, unquote. Walmart's raising prices is a canary in the coal mine for the devastation Trump's tariffs will have on Main Street. If a retailer as big as Walmart can't escape the pain of tariffs, what chance do small businesses have? Their customers are inevitably going to see prices rise. Walmart's announcement is a glaring reminder that even after supposedly backtracking on some of his tariffs, significant damage will not go away. The chaos he's unleashed is eating away at retailers, restaurants, small businesses, and middle-class families' wallets. It's still estimated these tariffs will cost thousands of dollars for each family each year. Donald Trump's tariffs are nothing more than a tax hike on consumers. I am supporting legislation with Jamie Raskin to require large retailers to start displaying clearly to customers precisely how much tariffs are contributing to the total price of products. Americans deserve transparency. If Trump's tariffs are causing prices to go up, no fault of the retailer, the American consumer ought to know it. Walmart should start displaying in their stores and online how much tariffs actually contribute to the final price of their goods. So should all other big retailers. America should know how Trump's tariffs are hurting them. People understand it, are beginning to understand it, but this display will just hit it home every time they buy a good. It shows you how destructive and chaotic Donald Trump's trade war has been. He should backtrack, totally backtrack, before we enter a recession. Specific tariffs that deal with how China treats us, the Chinese government, the Chinese economy treats us, that's fine. Not this crazy, go after everybody, poorly put together, and constantly changing tariff regime.
Canadian grocery bills are set to rise sharply, with U.S. tariffs adding up to 25% on essentials like coffee, nuts, and baked goods. Loblaw warns that as existing stock depletes, shoppers will see higher prices on items like liquid eggs, beef, and chicken, with some products like almonds and cashews already up 32.7% year after year. To help consumers identify affected products, Canadian retailers are labeling U.S. imports with a T for tariffs, encouraging a shift towards domestic alternatives.
For some chips, it's crazy. Wow. And then for the ingredient. $28. There's some cheese though. Oh. Ain't no way. $8. $6. When have watermelons been $8?
Can somebody tell me why these chicken wings $30.80 for 10 of them? I might as well go to a restaurant and purchase them already cooked and clean and everything. I thought he said he was going to reduce grocery prices. The lies they tell.
So that didn't take long. Walmart now is announcing that they are going to be raising their prices due to the tariffs. So we've got Loblaws, we've got Walmart. I think these guys talk to each other. I think they're trying to create the narrative maybe. I don't know. Sounds fishy to me, but one thing's for sure, better get shopping because all these prices are going to go sky high in the next couple of weeks. Fuck.
Walmart, I'm gonna need your regular lines open so this won't affect your self-service transactions. Do you know what I mean? Walmart prices are going up. To all my Walmart shoppers, yes, prices are going up at Walmart. Walmart says they will be raising prices at the end of the month as a result of higher tariffs. I thought Trump and the other guy came up with something about the tariffs, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they just paused the tariff. I'm not a real big Walmart shopper. I may go in there like once a month, but I don't get a lot of my items from Walmart. But if you're a Walmart shopper, expect the prices to be a little bit higher at the end of this month, okay? Don't go in there fussing their employees out talking about, oh, the price is so high. I told y'all the prices are going up. Just don't go to the extreme, Walmart. Just don't go to the extreme.
These grocery prices in rural Washington.
In case you guys are wondering how things are going in California, we're at the grocery store and the eggs are $17.49.
I'm in Italy in LA at the Westfield Mall, and I have never ever in my entire life seen strawberries outrageously priced as I have here. Also, excuse my flyaways. Like, there's no way this is real. These strawberries, you can't even guess the price. I don't know in what world or who is paying $24 for a pack of strawberries. That's actually insane. I've never seen anything like that. This is my sign. I'm out. I'm going back to New York. No, but in all seriousness, would you pay $24 for a pack of strawberries? And that's before tax. What do you pay?
Show you the prices at this grocery store to make you feel better about your prices at your grocery store. This stuff doesn't have prices. Same with the milk. There's no prices.
Is this not insane? It's just a 9.25 ounce bag. This isn't even a family size. I'm done. I'm done with Doritos. Sorry, they're my son's favorite, but we're out because that is way too much for this tiny bag that's literally like this is the size of my hand, and we all know above here is just air if we're lucky. No. Okay. Here. Above here. Expect me to pay $6.29 for a half a bag of Doritos? This is like the size that you would used to get back in the day for 99 cents. No. Doritos, you definitely are taking advantage, and I'm done with you.